No, Rory Mal.
Am I too old to know what this you're tweaking thing is that's going on right now?
I don't know. I started guessing maybe people everybody saw me this weekend and knew that I was tweaking, so everybody was just like.
So you think the entire internet is saying you tweaking?
Yeah,
that's how they saw you.
Yeah, I think they saw me. So I was like, oh shit, y'all know I'm tweaking.
You was giving it up in Atlanta?
No, not at all.
The whole internet was like, nah, I gotta let y'all know.
Like that he's
Maul was tweaking.
Nah, man, I was chilling, man. I don't know what's that. What is that about?
I was generally asking you. I have no idea.
Nah, I don't.
I'm
know.
late to it.
You know, I don't know. I don't know a lot of shit that's going on.
Well, I mean, if somebody was tweaking, you gotta
call them out.
I don't know. And then say nah before, just so they know it's a negative.
Yeah, like yo, nah.
I feel like we kind of adopted how Spanish-speaking countries like make things negative or positive or male or female or whatever when they talk. Because now we just add nah in front of something to make sure they know it's a negative thing.
Yeah, because nah, it leads you into the like no. So I'm dead, and whatever you just said, it's no to that.
Start of the sentence.
And then I'm going to give you the yeah. Like, nah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just
which makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, you know how to break it down. You know what people are talking. You know how to decipher what they're saying. But I don't know what that he tweaking or she tweaking shit is.
Somebody was tweaking. How was Atlanta though?
Atlanta was great, man. Was chilling most of the time. I was in the studio with Justice, and they was finishing up the summer album. She has another.
So all
classic.
Oh God.
On the way.
He got me again.
What?
Listeners, he got me again.
How so?
Last time, months and months and months ago, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna just shoot up to Toronto real quick, see my people, see my family. Then we come to find out you actually went up for the summer show. And today you tell me on Friday, like, yo, I'm gonna go down Atlanta real quick, then see the family. You know, my nephew's going. No,
I did that. That was the second half of the weekend.
You was chasing summer.
No. Don't say that.
What's that movie about the surfers that go around the world? 500 Days of Summer? No, that's you. You're 500 Days of Summer.
No, I wasn't.
Whatever's it's not a studio you can't find her in.
No, I didn't even know. I hit Justice when I got to Atlanta and he told me that they was in the studio.
But Justice, he live in LA. That's crazy that you would like
flew in Atlanta the same day I flew in. And we had
same
this
Sky
wasn't
Miles
planned. This was not planned.
Okay.
This was literally like, oh shit, I'm in Atlanta, pull up.
So you canceled all your plans in Atlanta to go A&R?
No, I still did what I had to do, but then I stopped by the studio and kicked it with Justice and Sean Garrett, who's producing the album.
Dope.
And yeah, man, Summer, she got some shit on the way, bro.
I've heard some great things about that album.
Yeah, she has.
I've heard
the ladies will have no shortage of captions anytime soon. Summer is coming back to give the ladies all of the captions that they need.
Okay.
For that at least the foreseeable future.
Was she present there?
Yeah, but in another room.
Okay.
Not in the room we were in. She was writing in another room.
Did you say hello and that's like you've been a big fan and
no.
What's her hive?
Said hello.
What's her hive?
I don't know. Maybe we should start one.
I'm down.
The day walkers?
The heat wave.
The heat waves.
We're the heat waves.
We're not
because it's summer waves. And she's walking.
Yeah, but we're not the heat waves.
We can't be the walkers?
No.
Oh, that's also offensive too.
We can be.
Then everyone can't be in it.
Maybe day walkers, night walkers.
That's actually offensive to redheads, by the way.
Is it?
Yes. If you've seen the South Park episode, listen, man. We're at the bottom of the. I understand that redheads are at the bottom of the totem pole of people that have been oppressed. I understand that. Yeah. Fully aware of that. Not trying to compare to anyone, but we were oppressed, and by oppressed I mean bullied at school a lot.
Right.
And then there was a whole South Park episode that was dedicated to talking about how gingers did not have any soul. And by the way, it's a hysterical episode. But I believe in there, I think I would be considered a day walker in there because my hair is not as bright red, and I can go out in the sun to some degree.
Oh, okay.
I can walk in the day.
Yes,
I have to go from tree to tree. Yeah. Like I have to find the shade.
Yeah.
But I am a day walker, yes. Okay. And that is offensive.
Okay, I didn't know. See,
and you added the ER to walker, which is even crazier to me.
Crazy. See,
day walker would have been a little bit better to me.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. See, I don't know what's offensive anymore. Every day I'm learning. There's new offensive things every day. So I'm learning as I go. Forgive me. I'm not trying to offend you.
I mean, I actually think we should take everything from your entire career, and you should never be able to provide for your family ever again.
I think that's where it's headed, honestly. Like you told us they took assholes away from Yankee Stadium.
They did.
Now I can't call you a day walker. I mean, I don't know.
How will your life ever move forward?
I don't know what's going on anymore, man. I don't mean to be offensive, but yeah, Summer has an amazing album on the way. She has a lot of dope features. I don't know if I should give any of them away, but she has a lot of dope features. And yeah, man, she's on the way.
Yeah, I heard a couple months ago one record from it, and it was. I'll even sound like the label guy. I don't even talk this way. It's a smash.
No.
It's a hit record.
Listen.
It's blazing hip hop and R&B.
No, listen to me. They played about, and it wasn't sequenced, but Justice played about 7 records straight, and those 7 records were probably some of the best R&B I've heard in the last 10 years.
Okay,
easily.
Now Justice is amazing at what he does. For those that don't know, Justice from LVRN that manages Black, Summer Walker, Drum, amongst a long, great roster of artist division now.
Mm-hmm.
He is really good at his job. But Justice is also extremely confident in his artist, which is a good thing. Yeah. So I can never always take his word for it when he tells it's literally the greatest album in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I know this is your
I know
artist.
You love
right.
I know you love your artist and you're confident, you're amazing at making albums. But
he wasn't lying about this though. This is definitely
I'm excited.
I told them this is probably I heard about 10 of the records. And if they said I didn't hear about 6, it was about 6 more that I didn't hear. But just those 10, this is definitely one of the best R&B albums in the last 10 years.
That's amazing to hear because Ari has an amazing album coming soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
I love that R&B, like actual real R&B is in a good place.
Yeah.
So should Drake and Kanye, while they're playing fucking Pity Pat and hopscotch with each other, should they be scared of Summer and not each other?
Yeah, man. I think that once people hear this summer music and they hear the album, everybody's gonna play this album.
I could make a case in some degree that captions control album sales.
Absolutely,
and that's why Drake sells so much.
Yeah. But Summer, I'm telling you, this album, the ladies are gonna be. They won't have any shortage of captions anytime soon.
Okay,
this is the album that's gonna send them into 2023 with captions. Trust me. The whole of next year is no captions.
I don't want to ask too many questions because I don't want. Of course, let's respect Summer and when she wants these types of things to come out.
Mm-hmm.
But the vibe of it, are the women around me going to hate me more, or are they going to be in love more?
She's being very honest. This album, we watched her. The unique thing about Summer is we actually watched her grow and go through her relationship, and she's. We see it. If you follow her on social media on either her Summer Walker account or her Galacta Whore account, it's documented. So the content is very honest. It's a very interesting perspective she's speaking from, because it's not like she's not bitter or hurt. It sounds more like disappointed.
Oh, that's worse.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like gosh. She's not talking. It's not a bitter thing. It's not. She's disappointed. And she expected more.
Is it like when your girl will scream at you, curse you out, go nuts, burn your shit, everything, and you're like, all right, there's still hope. She's still clearly in this.
Yeah.
And then it moves to she's like mad calm.
Yeah.
And like, no, you're right. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. Like the last.
That's the heartbreaking part.
Yeah. Like
when
she's
outro,
cool. Even the outro on the album, the last record, it's a record where it's like, it sums up everything that she just gave you. And then you're gonna assume that, oh, she's done. Like she's completely over for him. But it's like in a very artistic, creative way, she leaves you with the room to think like, oh, she's letting him know, like, listen, you're playing yourself, and I don't want you to do that because I care about you and I love you that much. So get your shit together, and let's finish. Let's do this.
I hate when women are really good at like male psychology manipulation tactics.
Yeah.
I hate when they figure our shit out and then start using it against us.
Oh man, it's
no, it's cool. It's cool. No, get yourself together. Yeah. I want better for you.
I want better for you. I'm disappointed in you.
I'm punching a hole in the wall.
Yeah, like a woman telling you she's disappointed in you is like, you start to analyze yourself. Like, wait, I don't want to be a disappointment.
And then,
I mean? I could be a piece of shit.
But then the manipulation,
don't let me be a disappointment.
The manipulation really kicks in because then it's like she's like, I really just thought more highly of you. Like,
yeah. Exactly.
I think I expected more than what you expected yourself.
Exactly. When they hit
I
you
thought you had more integrity.
Yeah, I thought that's what you like.
Yeah, like actually
those type of women, and it's like, damn, am I into those type of women?
I thought I was with a real man.
Yeah. I thought I had a real one by my side.
I am throwing shit around the crib at that point.
No, that's exactly what this album.
Running around like Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. I'm a boy. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Listen, first of all, don't ever talk to me in that octave again.
Is that in that how Pinocchio sounded?
I don't care how Pinocchio sounds. Just don't ever speak to me in that octave.
I can't make noise at concerts. I can't impersonate
you can't,
Pinocchio.
No.
What can I do
Please,
here?
No, just be Rory.
I can do nothing here.
Just talk in a strong Irish accent, please, before you do that shit again. But yeah, man, she has a phenomenal album on the way. Phenomenal
shit. And I'm not talking about London or Summer at all. This is off them. I want to make that very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really bad for significant others or ex-significant others of artists that are really good at writing and really good at delivering what they write.
Mm-hmm.
Because even I agree, if you write something and it sounds amazing and it's an amazing song, that's set in stone. She's right. She's correct. I don't care what the truth is.
Right.
And then you can't respond because you're not an artist. So now you got to walk around like telling people like, I'm telling you that was full of shit.
That's not how it happened. Like, yo.
And you don't even sound fly saying
like,
it.
Yo, all right, fam, but she got the pretty melodies and the harmonies. Like, you did that shit. Like,
Yeah.
It's no coming back from that. But yeah, she, it's going to be a lot of people looking at London some type of way after this. She's not holding anything back. I mean, it's not but it's, it is what it is.
And we shouldn't. She's making music. How do we know that she's not just drawing inspiration for something and making an actual song? We don't know that.
Exactly. So that's to be determined by the listener, but I do think that everyone will be completely satisfied with this project. Again, I think it's some of the best R&B I've heard, definitely in the last 10 years. They have the right people working with her, the right features. All of the features make sense. And again, it's just the music, the production, and it's the content, the lyrics. It's an amazing project. I think that everybody's gonna be really, really happy with this album.
Do you prefer when you listen to a song that you know who they're talking about or not at all?
I don't particularly care if I know who they're talking about, but it adds a little more to it when you do know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you start to pin things together and paint the picture like, oh, this is when that happened, and this is what they were talking about, and this was the moment that happened. Like, so yeah, I don't really care to know. I just, if it's relatable content, I think that's what matters the most. I don't have to know who it's about, as long as I can relate and it's something that I connect to.
Because sometimes I feel like, well, not with like the really good writers, but I feel like sometimes that kind of puts a timestamp or like a moment in time, if you will, of that record, because it's the moment that we know they broke up or was going through some shit. Like, what's the party record that I love? Savage Anthem. What's it called? Savage Anthem.
The Party Next Door. Yeah,
I love that record. That shit is fire, but it is kind of like if I go back and listen to it now, I'm like, all right, he's talking about Kehlani. I don't care about that no more.
Because he's talking about Kehlani?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like when you don't know what it is, or it's not like, oh my God, this is a response to the X from a month ago, it just becomes more about the music, and what they're saying can become more relatable in some degree because anyone could be saying it.
Right.
Instead of like, this is just directly at my ex. We all know it. I'm going to say some salacious things about it. And even though I was the one that came on here and said it was the greatest record of that year.
Right.
But I'm a prisoner of the moment sometimes.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, this was crazy.
It was great record though.
He was for fucking crazy.
Great record.
It's fire.
Yeah, great record.
I think Kehlani, and I'm not going to speak for her, I apologize. I think she was so far over this relationship that she read this back and listened to it and went, that's fire. Yeah.
Why wouldn't she? Like, again, if you can go through something with somebody and, if they're artists and they use that as inspiration to create, just hopefully y'all are both in a different, space with each other and a respectful space with each other where it's like, you hear what their feelings are and they put their feelings out to the world. It's like, yeah, we went through that. And I think she talked about that when this came out, right? She came out and said it like, yo, it was true. We spoke about that. We're past that. We're good. This, that, and the third. So, yeah.
I mean, I just can't believe it didn't Febreze the room.
Yeah, that was kind of wild, right?
That's a serial killer trying to get caught.
Yeah, it's like, yo, yeah.
Fine, like,
it is
please,
what it is.
Put me away.
Deal with it.
I'm tired of killing.
Deal with it. Deal with it.
But it's fine, whatever. Division and Ty album, I'm sorry, mixtape. They call it mixtape, so I'll call it a mixtape.
Okay.
Even though it's available on streaming for monetization.
Listen, man,
it sounds as good as an album can sound.
The rules have completely changed. Whatever an artist wants to call their work, we just have to go with it. Like, okay, if it's a mixtape, it's a mixtape.
All right, you know what? I'm going to shoot artists some bail, and obviously we have to adapt certain names and phrases to the times that we're in. Of course, a mixtape used to be the artist didn't really profit off of it. You didn't have to clear anything. Typically just the DJ profited off it. now I think we could classify mixtapes based on how much the budget was. And I'm not saying I have a number in my head of what it is, but I feel like it's a mixtape if I really put together some work and we really don't have much money to promote it at all, or are focused on making this like our number one thing that we're going to put all our dollars behind. And again, everyone knows that we're cool with Daniel. Daniel has not said anything to me about how much they put in or if they cared how much money they put in. But the conversation I did have is like, nah, we was talking with Ty. We want to put some dope shit out together. Right. Like it wasn't an overthought, yo, let's get the whole rollout together, put this much money behind marketing, this much behind a certain record. But if this is a mixtape, this is a fucking crazy mixtape.
This project was really, really dope. I listened to it on the flight down to Atlanta. Really good music, man. I mean, but you know, you got Division and Ty Dolla. It's what did you expect?
And yeah, you got
good music has to come out of that session.
85, Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
It gets, once you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to miss. But I was happy that Division put Ty in the type of R&B bag that I like Ty in. Like when we used to talk about the featuring Ty Dolla sign shit, and he was back more in that hit record, poppy type of sound. Me personally, I just like Ty as a straight R&B guy. And he went in there, so this is the type of Ty Dolla, especially in 2021, that I want to hear from.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of wants that Ty Dolla. They want the R&B, guitars, keys, Ty Dolla where he's talking that shit. I would love another Beach House mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me personally, I would love another Ty Dolla Beach House mixtape.
And Daniel kind of tricked us, man, and catfished us.
Did he?
And this is not because I know Daniel's not like this in real life. I'm talking about his music. When Division first came out, it was like, yo, finally some amazing love R&B. Like this is the shit we've been missing. Yeah. Love all that.
Yeah.
This shit and the last one, Daniel's toxic.
Yeah, no, he is. For
Daniel's like a piece of shit.
For sure. Absolute 100%. 100%.
Like you tricked me.
And I think now that he knows that's out there, it's like he can finally be himself. Like he seems more relaxed.
He's not that. I've never seen it in person. He's actually, and I'm not even joking.
Great guy.
He's really calm in person. He does. I've never seen him do no toxic shit to somebody.
Guy. No. But he get his shit off in the studio.
Those first Division records and that first project.
Yeah, we thought it was headed another way.
It's like, oh, this is some real love. I'm a cry for her.
Right.
Type of love.
No.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
Listen, man, just give time. That's all you got to do is give time sometimes.
Or he was he was even more toxic then, that all that pretending to love you shit was really the toxicity. This is the honest guy.
Yeah, he got out of that.
This is what we needed.
Yeah, he got out of that. He was in that moment, and now he's like, no, like, I'm really with the shit. But I mean, it makes for great music. So I don't listen, man. I'll take it. This is a great mixtape. If you haven't heard it, I mean, I don't know what you're listening to, but
the word.
This Division and Ty Dolla mixtape was really dope.
That was on repeat all weekend. Cleo Soul, I feel terrible coming in here saying this, but I have to be truthful. I've heard nothing but great things about it. I haven't listened to it yet. But everyone says it's amazing. Yeah. It's because I couldn't get past the Ty and Division record. But this week I will listen to it, but I did want to shout it out because everyone's been saying amazing things about it. I love her as an artist.
I've still been listening to Tink's album.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
Tink has a really good album, man. Really, really good album. I always liked Tink, though. I've always been a fan of Tink. Always.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that Breakfast Club freestyle she did however many years ago was kind of how she popped. And from there, yeah, she's always made solid music. I know she was going through certain things with the Timbaland stuff, and it became kind of difficult for her to put music out, which can be frustrating and really hinder progress. But everything she puts out sounds great.
Yeah, no, they did a great job. She got with Berg. I think he produced most of it, if not all of it. But yeah, man, great project. I was really happy with the Tink project. Good to see her back, putting out music, sounding good. The record with her and Kodak Black is crazy. That's my shit right now.
Okay,
I'm listening to that a lot.
And I'm not being, if this comes off ignorant, I apologize. Is he out of jail? What's the situation? I haven't been paying attention at all. Yeah.
No, I hope he's still free.
Okay.
I pardoned him.
I haven't.
I hope he didn't do nothing crazy to get locked up again. But I
didn't know if that was true or that was just part of that Trump pardon.
Yeah, no.
Bullshit. I saw everyone on earth was pardoned that day and they're all still in jail. So
no. Sure. Kodak is home. He's home.
Okay.
Yeah, he's home.
All right. Well, I'll have to go back to the Tink album. Now, do we want to talk about Drake and Ye still? Still,
I mean, we have to.
Still doing the double dutch.
Yeah, we have to, man. It's getting interesting. I'm hearing things that I won't talk about, but I'm hearing things, man. It's just I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you know, I'm just hoping that great albums and great music are on the way. But it's getting spicy, man.
No, I think everything changed this week. Fuck all.
Why do you say that?
Betrayal record, cool. Yeah, he does nothing from me. The address thing, the posting screenshots, a group, that means absolutely nothing to me in how this has changed.
Yeah.
This has been their back and forth game forever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't care if y'all want to continue to do it. That's your prerogative. I also have the ability not to care about it.
Right. I'll just wait for the album to drop.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Like whatever y'all are doing,
just
cool.
I don't care.
Just let me know when it's on the DSPs.
Everything changed. New face card came into the deck.
Yeah, Kendrick.
This just changed everything.
But I don't think. See, I don't think that it changed anything because, again, if let's just say let's say Drake, Kendrick, and Kanye dropped the same day.
That'd be crazy.
It's like it doesn't. I don't think any of them are affected in a negative way by that.
It makes that
Besides
rivalry.
One of them won't have the number one album that week. Wow.
Two of them won't.
Two of them won't. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, but who cares?
No, that drastically changes. Like album sales, we forget about relatively quickly. Week over, we care.
Like we don't give a fuck about that.
I honestly I'd have to really research the years that Drake and Kendrick both dropped albums at the same time of who sold more than who. I would really have to look it up. It wouldn't see in my head at all.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't remember what the album sales were when 50 and Ye went up against each other, but I do remember who won.
Right. Yeah.
I do remember who won.
I get it. But
so with this, you're going against three people. I love Curtis, but Graduation was obviously the better album.
Yeah.
But with this, yeah, it's going to be in our face. Fuck what the numbers of the sales are. It's like the election with Biden and Trump. It was the most anyone had ever voted in history.
Mm-hmm.
Trump was the second most votes in the country's history, and he lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to matter. Who won?
Mm-hmm.
And these are three people that have been number one their entire careers. And you put the three of them together, someone's going to come in third place.
Well, this again,
they're not going to do that. They're just not.
Yeah, but it's again. I know
their management should advise against them doing it.
No, I get it, and I know that they're trying not to. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter to me as a consumer or to most consumers because we're gonna listen to it no matter when it drops. We're gonna stream it. We're gonna download it, whatever. And it's all about who has the better product.
Yeah,
not who has the better product the release week. Who has the better product? Period. That on this album, who had the better album?
I think that sounds good to the type of fan base that you and I are, but with these three gentlemen, actually, I don't really think Kendrick particularly cares, but with how big their audiences are and the things people focus on now, that means a lot as far as your perception as an artist, the fans that wouldn't rush to the album, which ends up being a lot when you're this type of artist.
Mm-hmm.
It matters. These days, that's all the headlines are going to be. It's not going to be about the music, so you have to focus on it. It sucks that they have to focus on it.
Listen.
I think it sucks. I don't care.
Right.
But as businessmen, because all three of these guys are businessmen,
mm-hmm. Absolutely,
they have to focus on what matters perception-wise. And that's all the headlines are going to be. It's not, there's going to be no headline that says the third track on Drake's record's good, the fifth one on Kendrick is good. No, it's going to say, yo, this one got number one, this one got number two, this one got number three.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, and which I think we are, I mean, you know, people can call us whatever they want.
Daywalkers.
Yeah. Drake is going to, this is nothing but an ego flex to Drake. Because if Drake doesn't have any hints or whispers of him putting out an album, Kanye album comes out already.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the album is already out. We would have it. And this is just showing that, you know, Drake, things don't move until people know what he's doing and see what he's doing and when he's dropping. And so it's like he is the most streamed artist.
I think everyone but Kendrick. Actually, I take that back. I'm sure Kendrick thinks, when is Drake gonna come? He probably does.
No, the entire industry. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm
like,
saying everybody. I would say Kendrick would be the exception.
Dropping. But it's like, it doesn't matter when he's dropped. He's gonna stream more than anybody. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
I get it. I get it why you wouldn't want to drop the same day as him.
Mhm.
But it's like no matter when you drop, he's still gonna stream more than you. And people are gonna have his songs captioned more than your songs. And it just is what it is at this point. You just, the bottom line is, I think artists, which these artists already do, is just put your best music out, put your best content out, and just let the numbers fall where they're gonna fall. But nobody's gonna stream more than Drake. We know that.
The positive out of this circumstance could be, and I know the podcast fans hate positivity, but I'm gonna bring some positivity into the mix. What I think would be so great about the three of them dropping on the same day or within the same week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and says something about this specific generation. I'm not knocking the generation now. I'm just saying this generation, and I'm biased because I come from it. All three of these albums are going to sound completely different from each other.
Absolutely.
If you could put three of the biggest artists from the generation now, and y'all could kill me for this because I'm doing this without research, and I could look back and be like, wow, it was a really dumb thing to say, Rory. I don't think you're going to get three artists that would sound so drastically different and putting out an album out at the same time.
At the same day, yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is dope to me. Like, these are three totally different artists. We've heard the Kanye album. Well, what we think is going to be on the album. We heard what that sounds like.
I think that shit's going to change.
Oh, of course it's going to change. We know that. It's changed since the last fucking...
You heard the Mercedes-Benz. You ain't heard the State Farm yet.
Exactly. Like, his shit is going to change. You haven't heard
the number one insurance company version.
Exactly, man. So that's why I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, we're going to stream all of these projects, but we all know that Drake's album is going to stream more than Kendrick and Kanye's album. We know that. It just is what it is.
Well, it looks like Kendrick is coming with a single. Because after he posted, which we will get to, as far as what he posted with TDE and all that, but I before we get there, I want to finish up with the Drake, Ye, and Kendrick trio. He teased a single in a video. Looked like it's featuring Baby Keem, who I love. I haven't seen Drake or Ye even allude to a single coming before the album. Now, they're hearing this on Friday. I think Drake may drop something tomorrow. I don't think it's an album. I think something's coming tomorrow.
I don't know, because Drake has given us so much music already. Like, he's given us the joint with Dirk that we know was going to be his, that was his next God's plan.
But do you think anything mattered? Like, we're living, not to say it's not a post-pandemic, but post-quarantine the way we were. I don't think anything matters now.
As far as what?
Anything that happened during quarantine, I think means
People
nothing.
Forgot about it?
It's a clean fucking slate. As of right now, the only thing Drake has dropped is his verse on the Trippie Redd betrayal shit. To me.
Yeah, but these guys don't need a single.
Of course not.
They can just put an album out. People are going to stream it. The numbers are going to be what they're going to be.
That'll change the streams though. And now if you're planning on going against two other A-list, top of the fucking list artists, you may want to get ahead of it and get a fucking single out there if you want to get your streaming numbers correct.
Again,
that's what when Kendrick put out that video of teasing the single with Baby Keem, I was like, all right, if Kendrick gets ahead with a single, those streaming numbers might look different.
Listen, man, I get it, but we just know what this is, man. We don't even have to talk about this. We know that Drake is going to stream more than Kendrick and Kanye.
Kendrick has outsold Drake in years before. Again, I'd have to research it.
But look, I don't even know if isn't he the most streamed artist of all time?
Of course, because his output of music is far greater than Kendrick's.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, listen, man, it doesn't matter. I just, like you said, these three projects are not going to sound anything alike. It's going to be great for the consumers, great for the fans, that we're going to have music and shit to pull from and listen to for however long. It's just a great time for the consumers, man. Like the games are cool too, in a weird way. Like the little chicken mouse game it's cool. It brings back that feeling of release week and release week mattering and shit like that. Like, I get it, but it's like, all right, man, the clock is ticking. Somebody got to drop an album.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And not Kendrick, because he's just pulling up to the party. He just
I don't think he's pulling up. I don't even think he's calling his Uber until I'm coming in the next few days type of shit.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't even know if he would really do the rollout thing like that. I mean, granted, this is a rollout, but I think it would just be quicker.
It's gonna be fun though.
Listen, if my ego would be on 1,000 if I outsold Kendrick and Kanye with an album called Certified Lover Boy. Like my ego would be
Listen, it is what
Like-
it is, man.
You could, and of course, Drake's accomplishments are out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
But if I outsell y'all with Certified Lover Boy,
Yeah.
there's nothing in the world you can do to me. Zero.
Listen, again, that's why I'm just as a lover of music, man, and a fan of
Certified Lover.
I don't know if I didn't get my certificate.
And you're
yet.
a boy.
Yeah. It's something crazy about a white man calling a black man.
You're
boy.
right. You're right.
There's something crazy
You're right.
about that.
You're right.
But you my guy, though.
You're right.
You my guy. So
It was a callback to Pinocchio. I didn't think that one through. I didn't
crazy.
think it through.
It's all good. It's all good.
and a dude owned Pinocchio. All right, this is bad.
Yeah,
you know
like
what?
it's just,
I take it back.
listen,
I take it all back.
Listen, everything is offensive. We already know.
I
Everything
apologize.
is offensive.
I did not think that one through.
Everything is offensive. It's okay.
I take it back.
It's okay.
I apologize.
It's all right, man. It's okay. It's okay.
Mo, you are a great man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, man. I'm just as a consumer. I just want some music. That's it. From some of my favorite artists. Like,
Yeah.
the games are cool, but just give me the music. Belly. See you next
Yes.
Wednesday.
Out today.
It's out.
Phenomenal fucking album.
Happy for my guys. Finally out. He went through a lot of ups and downs personally in his life. Happy to see that he pushed through and got the project done. We know how much goes into recording and marketing and all of that shit, especially when you don't like going outside and talking to people. Like, we know how much of a stressful process that could be. So shout out to Belly. See you next Wednesday. Available now. Go stream that, get that, download that. Great music on there. The joint with Nas, Die For It, and Nas in the Weekend. I like the Requiem record with Nav.
Yeah,
I like
me
that
too.
record a lot.
Me too.
It
It was nice to hear Nas on that type of production.
Yeah,
I really liked
yeah.
that.
But Nas has been doing that though. I think Nas has settled into.
Yeah.
He's been hearing how people say he picks the worst beats and all of that for years. So now with Hit Boy and jumping on a lot of the more current production and the current sound and trying things differently, it's been working for him. You know what I mean? And his core fans seem to still support it, and they love seeing this new Nas, hearing this new Nas. And it's just dope when Nas links up with other bar spitters like Belly.
Yeah.
Because, it's like the music is a little different, but the bars are still there.
Yeah, no, it is good to actually hear, of course, if you want to call it the Weekend sound. I know they all developed it together, but hearing actual rapping on it is great.
Yeah. Yeah, so shout out to Belly. See you next Wednesday, available now.
I'm excited to see what his show looks like. I mean, we know he's been super particular with the visuals and how everything has looked for this album. Like, he lit himself on fire.
Yeah.
That's not an effect.
Right. No, that was him.
Like,
no
one did that in Photoshop.
Right.
He lit himself on fire for a visual.
Even the video with him and Benny. We did a audio room on Facebook Wednesday night, and we spoke about that. The video was even like a throwback type of video where it was almost how when budgets were like $2 and $3 million for videos. There was a lot of technology, a lot of different camera work that they used in that video. So you could tell, like, he pays attention to the art of putting out his music and stuff like that. So,
well, no, I'm excited. I went to the listening. It sounds great in the club. It sounded great at Little Sister.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Belly. Congrats on the release. I guess before we get out of music, do we want to read the Kendrick, I guess, letter to the fans? You're better at reading out loud than me.
All right, let's do it. All right, so Kendrick says, I spend most of my days with fleeting thoughts, writing, listening, and collecting old beach cruisers. Listen, Kendrick, I get it.
Listen, I'm with it. But just to not hear from someone for so many years
just find out he was
and be like,
riding
yo,
beach cruisers?
you've just been
Yeah. All right, listen, man, like, fuck y'all. I'm on my beach cruise in the
been
morning.
on fucking diners.
Yeah, I'm going ride to the coffee shop, get my latte or whatever it is I get.
What's the Guy Fieri show? Dash diners and Kendrick. That's why I can't get an album.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're in cars.
I gotta live life. You gotta live life. The morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without a phone. That's actually fire.
That's amazing.
Love, loss, and grief have disturbed my comfort zone, but the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. While the world around me evolves, I reflect on what matters the most, the life in which my words will land next. As I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been a part of such a cultural imprint after 17 years. The struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators as I continue to pursue my life's calling. There's beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers. No, thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I've prayed for you all. See you soon.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce that.
Oklahoma?
Which I assume is the name of the album and maybe another personality or something because he's signing it as if that's him.
Okay, Llama? Oklahoma? Okay.
Can you go quickly right back to the message to the top? Maybe I looked into this a little too deep, but as far as the height of his career to then start this rollout with love, loss, grief, have disturbed my comfort zone, talking about being on a hill of silence, I'm in no way going to say Kendrick has never been super personal or introspective, but I think he's been super personal about his environment and the people around him. Mm-hmm. You'll get glimpses of it on records like Feel and other stuff. I'm not saying he hasn't been someone that hasn't been introspective. Mm-hmm. But this feels like he's finally really going to get into him and what he's been going through. Because Good Kid, Mad City, we got that beautiful story of his neighborhood, which I'm sure derived from a lot of real personal things, but it was the story of his neighborhood.
Right.
Pimp a Butterfly certainly got his experience as a black man in the United States. Mm-hmm. Damn, we definitely caught some, but it was more, that shit felt like a Quemen out of me. It was like a instrumental album with amazing fucking raps in between.
Right.
This note kind of made me feel like he's finally gonna like open up a little bit. Because he's been so personal, even down to his relationships, his friendships. He don't talk, like, just does music, which I love. But I think this is going to finally be the real get to know Kendrick album of who he is as a person, not where he's been or the type of way he grew up or how he feels on a, I don't want to say political, but conscious level to that degree. I
fuck with Kendrick, man. I like everything about Kendrick. I like his thought process. I like shit he stands for, you know, morals. You could just tell the type of man that he is. So, you know, reading this, I understand, you know what I mean? And he's just entering a different realm and a different space in his life. And, you know, he's being very conscious of what he says and what he puts out to the world as an artist. And he doesn't want to be misunderstood. And he doesn't want to say the wrong things because it's a very sensitive time right now. And he's always a person that speaks on the time that we're in or the time that we're coming out of. So I know that he wants to be very careful with this. And sometimes you need to take those moments, like I like go months without a phone. I wish I could do that. But that's, to me, that's just, you know, it's letting you know that the people that he needs to speak to are right there. They're within arm's reach, or he can talk to them whenever he wants. And then everything else is kind of like on the outside. And he just like, you know, he's not dealing with that right now. He just wants to live in the space that he's in and exist in the space that he's in. And, you know, when he's ready to create and put out his words and his art, then he will. Yeah. Shout out to Kendrick, man.
Especially with the months without phone. That's where I really think he's going to dive into who he is as a person. Because with somewhat like with everything that was happening during like the George Floyd times and everything that was kind of felt like every other week some crazy shit happened. I remember, of course, everyone's like, we need a Kendrick album. Like would be so helpful right now. And I'm sure Kendrick was well aware of that with or without a phone and everything that was going on. But I guess kind of getting those distractions, and that's not a distraction, but your phone is a distraction away from you could really get to know yourself. Yeah. And that's going to be a wild approach to an album in 2021.
Put your time and your energy into the right things and the right people.
Yeah.
When you're not consumed by your phone and, you know, social media and the things that, you know, seem to pull most of our time and our energy from us. You direct that into the things that matter the most, which is what he seems to be doing. So shout out to Kendrick, man.
What do you think about the TDE thing? As far as leaving last album?
You know, I don't know too much about that. I can only assume that creatively and business wise there was some bumping of heads and things like that. And, you know, it could be too, you know, Kendrick is just, again, he's evolving into a different person, and, you know, he wants to do his own thing and have his own control of what he's doing and stuff like that, which is normal, you know, for artists to do when they reach a certain level. So, you know, I don't think that it's any beef or you know, anything like that. I think these are all gentlemen that respect each other on a different level and have real love for each other on a different level. And understanding at the same time. So I think that, you know, again, this is just an artist moving into a different space creatively and wanting to control things in a different way without affecting anybody else that may be under that umbrella.
I think
because that happens too.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I think people always automatically assume like sometimes shit didn't get bad; it just got over.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, and not to say he outgrew TDE by any means. TDE just grew into a full label, and when you have an artist like Kendrick and that type of mind,
Mm-hmm.
it's time to go do your version of it.
Right.
Which is okay, and that's how it could be. One of my favorite quotes was when Dame Dash was on Combat Jack's show, rest in peace, for the first time, and they asked him his biggest accomplishment in music, and he said leaving.
Mm-hmm.
He said leaving it and feeling completed in leaving it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how I felt through this and through everyone's responses, Punch response, Schoolboy's response. Like it felt like, no, it was just, this was completed here.
Right.
It's done here.
Right.
Doesn't mean anything's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And there could have been something wrong, but that can still complete things.
Right. And it doesn't have to turn into an ugly thing and a public thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It stays in house, it's family. And again, as artists, you don't want to, sometimes you just reach a point where you just need a fresh start to create this type of art that you're trying to create at this point in your life. So I understand it. You know, we've seen it before. This is not the first time something like this has happened. But again, I just hope that out of this, we get great art and great music.
Yeah, no, I love to see things go this way when it comes to closing chapters. Because these days...
Things get...
Why are you guys so messy in the way you end things?
Yeah. It's just, sometimes that's how shit happens, man. Unfortunately.
Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, like you don't...
Like, why can't you all just be so
you,
passive and civil and
try
get things
to avoid
done?
it sometimes, but you can't, man. That's just the reality of it. Sometimes you can't.
Oh, I envy you guys, TDE. You know how to handle things.
I envy them as well. Yes.
So you were in Atlanta, so I assume you didn't go to Summer Jam.
I know I have not gone to Summer Jam in years. It literally rains every single year.
That it does.
This year was
even when they changed the date.
Yeah, it was right on par. It was a typhoon.
Yeah. A typhoon.
Yeah, it was a typhoon in New York and
sounds like a burrito in LA.
And but the lineup seemed to be pretty interesting. A lot of people showed up. I didn't think that was going to happen. I actually thought they were going to cancel it. I didn't think that they were going to be able to do it, but
yeah, they canceled the festival stage, which to me was the best lineup. And shout out to Rosenberg. He put together a great festival stage lineup. Even got Stove God out there. Like I was considering going just to go to the festival stage and then get back on that train.
The festival stage is always the stage that's like, because you know these are the ones that's next.
Yeah. But it was like a specific theme as far as like when Rosenberg did his album, but like, you know, just that genre of rap. So I was excited for that. So that, you know, my prayers for Rosenberg's sanity, because I would have been fucking furious had that shit got canceled and I put that whole thing together. But as far as Summer Jam, yeah, I mean, I've been a lot, and I probably went 2 or 3 years ago was the last time I went. I always had fun. It is still a fun New York City moment. I don't want people to get it fucked up. However you think about Hot 97, Summer Jam is still a staple of New York City.
That's true.
But I mean, I didn't like how they put Sweetie so low on the bill. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I
that
felt
made
the
me
way
kind
about
of feel
that.
the way.
Yeah.
It was like 10 DJs and friends, but then you put Sweetie below it.
Yeah,
and I didn't even see the friends.
Sweetie needs to be right at the top. She needs to be on top at all times.
You're sick.
What, man?
Nothing, man. It's cool. Forget it. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Summer Jam. DaBaby performed, and that was a controversy because every other festival has taken him off from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
He started his set off with like a video of him like signing sneakers to fans to show what a good person he really is.
Right.
And then, you know.
And we think DaBaby is a good person.
I really don't think I don't think he's a bad person.
He's not a bad person.
I don't think he's a bad person.
He said some things that he shouldn't have said and some misinformation, you know, that he spoke and things like that. But I don't think he's a bad person.
I don't think he's a bad person at all. I'm not laughing at him signing a sneaker for a fan in his Rolls Royce. I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing at the PR aspect of a team that would think, all right.
Yeah.
We got to clean this guy's image up. Finally allowed back on the stage. Yo.
Sign some sneakers. Even though you're not an athlete. I get it. I see where it's going.
in a Rolls.
In a Rolls Royce, yeah.
Oh, he's a man of the people. My bad.
Yeah, like no, he loves the people.
No, jokes aside, yeah, he got up on there and put a video thanking Hot 97, putting their neck on the line due to how everyone else was reacting to that. That people can learn from their mistakes, people can get new information and realize that they did offend people. I think I'm wording it better than he worded it, but for the sake of DaBaby, I'll try to make it sound better. Which I do agree with, and I'm not the party that was offended, so in no way will I speak for it in that sense. But I do like the message of people do deserve a chance if they want to acknowledge exactly what they did, acknowledge why it was bad, and then actively try to change their behavior and learn more about some shit they were ignorant about. I think those people deserve another chance.
Absolutely.
I would like that of myself if I did something that I just, some ignorant shit that I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
So as long as you really acknowledge that you did some shit wrong and you know what was wrong, not just, yo, sorry.
Right. No, you acknowledge it and you recognize where you were wrong and where you were hurtful, and you know, you learn from it and you make effective change moving forward, and people can see that that was a sincere apology. And you know, everybody makes mistakes, but you don't want to make a mistake and then laugh at the mistake and then make joke of the mistake and then say, oh yeah, make joke of people forgiving you for the mistake. It's like, all right, family, you know, what we doing?
Then when money gets involved, it's like, yo, had no idea.
Yeah. When they start taking things away, it's, you know, that's when you're sorry. Like, no, you can't. You got to be sorry. You got to mean you're sorry, and you got to show that you're sorry. So,
but I mean, I'm not gonna say I commend or anything about Hot 97 for keeping him on the bill. I just thought it was interesting and do applaud that. I hope they at least had that conversation with him. Like, all right, well, if you're gonna come, you got to start with. I don't care if it's a video. You personally like. Last time you was on stage, you said something, and now you're back on a stage. And our logo is next to you. Right. Like, what's up?
Yeah. I mean, I shout out to Summer Jam because again, DaBaby is a star, and if this is a Summer Jam and this is a stage and a bill full of stars, I mean, DaBaby would, if he fits the bill. So, you know, shout out to Summer Jam for giving him opportunity and just showing that, you know, again, we don't want to be so quick to turn our back on our culture and our people. Like, we don't want to be so quick to do that. We want to show that it's okay to make a mistake as long as you apologize and you address it and you learn from it and you try to become a better person. You know, it's okay. But DaBaby is, you know, again, I'm on record. I'm a huge fan of his, but he's walking that fine line where it's getting a little. People are starting to look at you some type of way because they're like, this dude doesn't seem like he's really taking this thing seriously. So he needs to be careful with that because just as quick as people will put you on a pedestal, people will forget about you and be on to the next new hot artist that's out here. Yeah. So you don't want to do that because you are talented and you're right where you deserve to be, which is on top of a bill performing on a huge stage. So,
and I think what I've started to observe with the cancel culture thing, and again, I don't want to beat a dead horse with this cancel culture shit. It's just been a new observation that I've seen with it. When people get quote unquote canceled, we know they're not actually canceled, but when cancel culture tries to come for somebody and they make poor decisions in their responses right away, they're feeling a way towards the cancel culture instead of focusing on the people that were actually offended.
Right.
So they prioritize all the people that are attacking them on the internet, and because they're human, which, I mean, it's a bit hypocritical because usually in cancel culture you said something about another human being, but they just focus on the people that are attacking them rather than who they attacked.
Right.
Yes, cancel culture is wrong. I don't agree with cancel culture, but you can't attack cancel culture instead of focusing on the people that actually feel offended. That's all it is. And I think that's where people go wrong and dig themselves into a deeper hole with that shit. Like, you're talking to the wrong people. You should be talking to the people that feel really offended by the things that you said.
Right.
Because cancel culture is just not people pulling shit out of thin air. Someone was probably really offended.
Yeah, no.
And then cancel culture grabbed it and said, all right, finally, we have someone to attack.
Right.
But you got to not focus. You're keeping cancel culture going by only focusing on them.
Right.
If I say something about the LGBTQ community and they're offended by it, I should be focusing on why they're offended rather than all the people in that community or outside of that community trying to cancel me.
Right.
What did I do wrong? Okay.
Have a conversation. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. It's contradictive to just focus on cancel culture when you're being canceled, I guess.
Well, it's always easier. It's easier to cancel somebody than it is to have a discussion, have a conversation, and see where somebody was wrong or misinformed, and try to help somebody. It's easier to just forget about somebody and say, "Oh, we're not supporting this person, or we're not, paying this person any mind anymore. We're not, no longer supporting their career, whatever." Like, it's easier to do that than to say, "Hey, listen, you were wrong for that. People were hurt, and this is why they were hurt.
Yeah.
And this is where you were wrong, and this is the misinformation that you put out there, and this is, it's like we so quick to just want to just cancel each other, move on to the next thing, and it's something that's wrong. We need to move away from that. I'm not saying that some people don't deserve to be,
of course,
canceled and things like that, but we have to be very careful with just throwing everybody that makes a mistake under this cancel umbrella, because that's wrong. To me, that's not right.
Yeah, we're throwing the same sentence on murder as we are on shoplifting.
Yeah. It's just
and
like,
it's like, no, we need to teach people you probably shouldn't steal that.
Exactly, because it's going to happen again. Somebody else is going to do this, and this is why we need to make sure that we put this out there and we show people like, no, that was wrong, and just move forward. But DaBaby has to be very careful though, very careful, because he has an opportunity. He still has opportunity. People still love him.
He's still DaBaby.
Yeah, people still love him and people still support him, but he has to be careful though.
All right. Well, do you want to offend anyone about festivals?
What I was thinking over the last 2 weeks, and I was really careful about how I wanted to word this. Because
we're about to contradict everything that we just said.
because let me be clear. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just looking for information, and I'm looking for answers and help and understanding. Something that I've just observed the last 3 years.
Okay.
With these festivals. The sign language people that are on the side of these stages at these festivals, when they're using sign language to interpret what the artists or the people on stage are saying to the audience, right?
Okay. Let's go Demal.
No, I'm just trying to. I'm looking. No, I'm just looking.
It's a safe place. I'm
looking for understanding. I'm asking a question. Why do they have these sign language people? Is that what they call themselves? Because I don't want to offend them. Is that the correct term for them? Is it
sign language interpreter?
Sign interpreter? Sign language interpreter?
Yes.
Whatever their sign language interpreter. Okay. They have these sign language interpreters on stage at these festivals, and I'm just trying to understand, because the people who may need the sign language interpreter that are in the audience, they don't have a sign language interpreter when they're downloading the music or they're listening to the music. So if they're hearing impaired, they can't hear the music. So do they only hear the music or read the music, read the hands when they get to the festival, and now they know that the record is hot? Like once they get there, like, oh, that's what this is dope. Like once they see the signs?
No. From what I understand, deaf people love music because music has vibrations and you can feel certain things on certain records.
Okay.
So now, I don't know. There could be a site where if I buy an album, and if not, steal this idea to the deaf community, where when you buy the album, it does come with like someone that has already done sign language. Like the way they'll put lyrics now on streaming service, it would be dope if they filmed someone doing all the sign language shit when you got an album. But I would say, to your point, I think it's fucked up that they don't put like just a deaf side stage ticket. I think it's nuts for them having these interpreters here when,
like, look at this sign
we
language
don't know if the deaf
for,
person can afford the front row ticket. It's not like they keep the sign language interpreter on the screen the whole time.
I think they do. I think they have a screen on the side.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, they have a screen on the side.
I've never seen it.
But like, look at this young lady, this sign language interpreter. She's sign language in WAP.
Yes.
Which is wet ass pussy for those who don't know. And she's very animated. She seems like she has all of the language down. She's very fluent in this language.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to know if the hearing impaired community didn't know these lyrics until they got to the festival and saw the sign language.
I'm sure there's probably outlets that they have already for it. I think it's just alarming. Myself, the first time when we were on tour, we did the Roots Picnic.
Yes.
And that was the first time that we had ever seen a sign language interpreter at a festival or at a show.
Definitely at one of our shows.
And because we were so immature about it,
We had fun. We had a great time with the sign
naturally.
language. Yeah.
We changed our entire live show to just try to make the sign language interpreter do crazy things.
Yeah.
Which is what I saw in this WAP video. Do you think they invented new signs like with certain rap lyrics?
I think that you would have to like create new gestures and
because with language, because sign language
changes.
is language.
Yeah.
Language changes.
Language changes.
There's,
Slang changes.
Yeah, different words, and you kind of have to. I just don't think the people that created sign language were running down to like what. All right, so what's wet ass pussy gonna be? Like I want to feel it with that little dangly thing in the back of my throat. I just don't think that was at the top of like Helen Keller's like teachings.
This sign language interpreter for WAP, she did an amazing job. Like I knew what she was saying.
Oh, no, she went crazy,
and I had the volume all the way off, and I knew what part of the song that was just by her signs.
Okay,
but I was just wondering because I'm like, well, if the hearing impaired, they can't hear the record. I'm looking for information. I don't know.
Okay.
Just asking.
This is a safe place, right?
Absolutely. The door's locked.
It's actually not. When watching, is it bad? I know this is for a good reason that they do the sign language interpreters, but is it bad that while this sign language interpreter was interpreting the lyrics to Wet Ass Pussy, that I got turned on a little bit?
Are you asking me, is that weird?
Yes.
My answer is yes. That is
because I like my dick moved a little bit at least.
That's weird. And don't ever tell me what your dick was doing.
Look at the gesture she's making.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. So now did the hearing impaired get there and was like, oh my God, this record is crazy?
I certainly did, so I'm sure they did.
Yeah, so that I just a question. I've been observing this for the past 3 years, and I'm like, well, if this person is there for the hearing impaired, how does the hearing impaired?
But like she got so into it about like the dick, like come on, that doesn't turn you on a little bit?
Yeah, and I don't think that the tongue out while she's doing that. I don't think that. I think she freestyled. She ad libbed.
Well,
right
no,
there. I don't think
first of all, she's a performer.
Yeah,
she's great at her craft.
Yeah, but yeah, she the tongue out with the like
you know
that.
Fuck y'all. Yo, you know what? Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. Y'all are weird. I'm not weird here. I think it's okay. I got turned on by the sign language interpreter.
Okay.
Fuck y'all. I'm rewatching it now and turned on.
I mean, listen, that's your thing. That's your thing. My question was a little deeper. I just wanted to know.
A woman doing this with rhythm, it turns me on, Mo. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Listen, I've been there. I've been to plenty of strip clubs where they did that move. And I was like, well, where's the cash cage? Because I need more. I need more change now. Like, I need more change. Like, this woman is great at what she's doing.
They still have the cash cage?
I would assume it's some place in a strip club where you could get cash from singles, right?
I just don't think it's in the open anymore, but nah, I don't. You know what? I don't feel weird, and fuck y'all for trying to make me feel weird about it.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel weird.
Does she have an Instagram?
I'm pretty sure she does. I don't know it. I don't have it on hand for you, but I'm pretty sure she does. I'm pretty sure we can find it for you by the end of the day.
Oh God, look at it. You're just a perv like me too. How you found her YouTube page right away? Didn't even say her name.
Look how many views she has though.
She's about to have another one. She's about to have 2,000,001. Maybe 5 if I double back.
Oh man, y'all are sick, bro.
This just unlocked a whole realm of my brain that could go crazy.
So this is what you be home doing?
I mean, learning new ways to be turned on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what you should do in your life.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
You always find new ways to continue on, especially with aging and things that you're able to do and not do physically anymore.
Yeah.
You got to find new ways to get turned on.
Yeah, you're right. You got to find a new way to start the engine. I get it.
Yeah. And if maybe instead of taking a pill, I need to watch a sign language interpreter do WAP before I get busy.
She just did the double hand twisty jerky.
She did the pepper grinder, and I'm not supposed to be turned on?
Now, hold on. I don't speak sign language, but I'm almost sure that that's not.
Listen.
That was an ad lib.
Some language is universal to some degree.
Yes.
Everybody knows what the pepper grinder is.
Yes.
This is the pepper grinder.
Absolutely.
So if she does that
in sign school, though. They don't teach that in sign. Like that was ad lib. I know ad lib when I see one. That was the ad lib. She freestyled. She put that in there just to give it more emphasis. But yeah, I was just wondering, man. I didn't mean to go down this long of a talk about it. I was just wondering, like,
but
why are they there? You
gotta think in sign language class. Because we like from middle school to high school, you learn new things about the English language all the way through.
Yeah, every day.
School.
Mm-hmm.
and then you bring in certain things from your neighborhood or your inflections or certain things
Slang,
around.
yeah.
And then your English teacher is like, that's not proper English. You can't talk that way.
Right.
Imagine coming into the sign language class and you throw up the pepper grinder to your teacher.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, no, I did this already.
Yeah,
I know
like,
this is
I know
the thing.
This is, and everybody knows what that is. There's only one thing you can be doing. If you don't have any fusilli or any fucking rigatoni on your plate.
This one to this.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, they're not teaching that. That's an ad lib.
No, that's that little dangly thing in the back of her throat.
Look at the dangly thing though. This means dangly thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, Eden, if you could pick this up and sign
That's
language.
the dangly thing. And then
That's what she just did.
and then she puts it back in her throat.
Yeah, this is the dangly thing.
You could probably, and I feel like with sign language, you kind of leave, there is no mystery at that point. Because, we think when we meet a woman, it crosses your mind, like, I wonder how her head game is.
Yeah.
With the sign language interpreter, I think I already know how she give it up.
Well, we kind of all speak a little sign language to an extent because we've all like hand gestured to a woman at some point, like in a noisy room. He was like, yeah, like ready to go. Give him a little head nod. But now with this, this is a tutorial. I'm gonna learn some of these things and just some of these signs and just let it happen at whenever it needs to happen now. Like once I do the dangly thing sign to a young lady.
What if she only lets you hit the dangly thing once?
That's another thing, man. That hurts. That hurts the ego a little bit. Like when a woman only lets you have sex with her one time,
It's crushing.
and never again.
I'm in my
There
head.
are very few things that bruises and kills a man's ego more than when a woman only allows you to have sex with her one time.
I'm still in my head to this day about things from 2007.
Yeah, you start
Like,
wondering
why,
like, damn, I'm trash. Like it was whack.
And then you start making excuses for yourself too. Like, I mean, she's probably busy.
Yeah. She's probably like in a
She's
new
been busy for the
relationship.
last 10 years.
She's just not, it was just a one-time thing, fam. But that, now you're at home questioning everything about yourself.
And then I start thinking like, well, if I lived in Miami, I'm sure it would be more.
No,
But then I go to Miami and be like, yo,
no, you don't even see her. She don't even link up. Nothing.
yeah, that's actually
the ego kill, bro.
That's much higher on the list. I don't think women realize how much that does fuck with our ego and has our thoughts trailing at night. Like the way women be like, in my relationship, I can't sleep at night because my thoughts are going everywhere. With us, it's like, she really like just let me be
One time.
once.
One time.
And if she go crazy too in the one time, then it's really fucking me up.
That's when it fucks you. When it was great, like when the sex was great. It was like we only had sex one time, but it was great. Like everything about it was great. She smelled great. She looked great. It was sexy. And everything was just amazing. And then she never gives you the opportunity to have sex with her again. Cause then now you can't, it's like you can't ask for sex.
Of course not.
Right? Like you can't be like, yo, like you.
Especially to the girl that let you hit it once. You can't really say certain things to the girl that you hit it once. If I hit a few times, there's certain things I can step up and request how I talk to you on the phone or via text.
Right.
That one time, there's only a line I can really cross without playing myself.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Then you go to her house and you think you staying, and then she like, yo, like, nah, I'm about to go to sleep. Like, and you looking at her like, yo, we just had sex in that bed last month. Like, she's like, nah, like I'm going to sleep. I gotta get up early.
The old price is not the new price.
It's not. The old sex is not the new sex. It's just not. Like you just. And that kills a man's ego because she won't tell you why, and you can't ask her why y'all not having sex again. Like you just can't.
I've had a woman tell me before, and I wasn't pissed that we only fucked once because I kind of agreed with her, but then later on, it did bother me. She's like, we just didn't really have sexual chemistry like that. And then I was like, wait, is this your way of telling me this shit was trash in a really nice way because you respect me?
We don't have sexual chemistry.
And
like that.
we only fuck once. And
that's when you got to pull up your chemistry report card. Like, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm great at chemistry. Like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, look at all of my past grades. Like, I was the top chemist in the school.
Neutrons. I know all those.
Yeah, like I was the head of
periodical chart.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Like, that's your sexual chemistry is off.
Yeah, I know what
my chemistry is on.
I know what a bleaker is.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not just a street.
Exactly. Like, are you kidding me? Like, my chemistry is on. We don't have sexual. No, you don't have sexual chemistry.
Well, then no. What broke my ego down even more as the days passed, I was like, well, I'm not worth a second attempt at chemistry. Like, what if something happened that day?
Like you got to give me another shot. It's kind of like if we playing a sport and like we hooping, we playing ball, and I make a crazy shot. You know, in the hood, they're like, yo, make it again, because you got to know if it was a fluke or not. So if we have sex and whether it's good or it's bad, you almost gotta kind of sort of let me get another attempt.
Yeah.
That's just law. I don't know whose law it is, but it's just law. It's like,
No, I think it's in the Bible somewhere.
yeah, we have
New
to.
Testament for sure.
You have to, first of all, in a pack of condoms, there's 3 condoms.
What?
You have to let me go through all 3 of those condoms before you can effectively determine if our chemistry is good or not. That's a law. I feel like that's somewhere in the law, and we need
I
to
agree.
stand by that.
We're allowed 3 attempts.
We are allowed 3
At
attempts.
least 2.5 if the first one counted as a half.
Yeah. They don't sell 1 condom. It's 3.
And why are women with the buffet of I have good pussy? Yeah, I nutted quick because it's good. And then you got really excited and now you're to blame for it. And now you're putting back on me.
Thing. We need to address that. Because it's not always that the pussy is good.
I have come quick and bad pussy before.
Yeah, it's not always
I
that.
want to make that very clear to everyone. Women,
Let me assure you, it's been times where
we've been encouraging you.
Yeah, it's been times where before we linked up that night, early in the day, I was shaking the snake a little bit. I didn't finish. I was a little excited.
Yeah.
Things happened.
Put some glue in the gun.
Yeah, it is. And then I get to you that night, and it's like, listen, this thing was already happening before you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was
Like,
already at the end.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with you. Like, mind your business. This is me still doing me.
This trigger is sensitive.
Yeah, but they women were like, oh, that pussy. No,
Hairline
it's
trigger.
not you.
It's real easy.
Yeah, it's not you. It was me, and I was a little excited. And the second round may be you, but the first round had nothing to do with you.
Like when women say that, as a kid, I used to rub my dick on a pillow to come. You think I can't come in shitty pussy?
Bro, listen,
Like when I was a kid, I rubbed my dick on everything. Surfaces that kind of hurt sometimes. I know how to nut
you was
all
getting
the
to learn
time.
yourself. You didn't know. You was figuring it out. But
I would just rub the side of the couch. I just rub my dick. Like, all right, that's not for me.
that couch.
Move on to the next home appliance.
I don't like that couch. That couch ain't for me.
Literally, I've adapted my dick since before I knew how to come, that I could come just off rubbing it on something. Of course I can come off bad pussy.
Bro, first of all, women ask me all the time, what is bad pussy? And I have the same answer. Stink pussy.
Okay. This is where I may look nuts.
See, I know where the white boy is ready to go. I know. Because listen, it's just a white thing.
I'm trying to word it correctly because
you're on record saying you like your pussy to have a little smell, gives it character, gives it personality.
Okay. And I still stand by that.
Yeah.
I didn't say a bad smell.
Okay.
I just don't like the no smell. Like it's gotta be something.
Okay.
But twang, yes. I'm dead ass. A little seasoning, bro. That's all.
Listen, you're my guy.
Little goy on it.
If everybody hates you, I still love you. You're my guy. I just want you to understand that. If everybody in the world hates you, I still love you, bro. I am not judging you. I'm just saying that's the freaky white boy in you. That's all.
So I have admitted, I think on this podcast or in conversation with you, that I have finished through 2 boxes that smelled weird. I did not eat the pussy, but I did continue on. I smelt it and was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like my eyes started to water a little bit.
Yeah.
And I admitted that I continued.
Yeah.
I left out a point in that. It did smell, but it was pretty good.
See, the thing for me.
It was wet. And I think that's what the odor was.
Ooh, you a nasty white boy. Ooh.
But there's certain positions, if you turn her in a certain way, like her ass could like block the scent.
But listen, I'm going to tell you something that, guys, and we helping the fellas out here. It's not always the pussy.
I know I'm not alone on this.
Sometimes it be her butt that stink.
That's true.
It's
Or the
not
combo.
always. Yeah, it's not always. It's not always the vagina. Sometimes it's the butt that stink. It's like, oh, it got a little funny smell to it. But I just can't. When you a young boy, you take your war wounds. You gotta fuck through some stink pussy.
I'm not making this
as a young boy.
I'm not making this of course you have to.
But as a grown man,
get pussy, you got to get it when you can.
Yeah, as a grown man, no. You can't do that.
Have you ever like lived with a woman? I'm not making a mall relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's day 4 and it's just spotty, and she thinks it's just spotty.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bust it open a little bit more and it's not so spotty anymore.
Yeah, now it's just
You're gonna catch a whiff.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell crazy.
Yeah. But this is why you don't go down there when it's that time, Rory.
It was spotty though. It was the last day.
Even if it's spotty, stay away.
Oh my God.
It's because what is it? 6 days? You could do something else with your life for 6 days.
Okay. We've talked about it. You don't run red lights. Have you ever ran a yellow? Sometimes you get in a car accident, but 99.9% of the time when you go through that yellow, you get through successfully.
Yeah, but not.
You get right through that shit. The camera flash don't even have. You don't get a ticket, nothing.
Yeah, but I'm not in a rush. That's my thing. Like, I'm not in a rush.
I'm in traffic.
I'm not in a
I got
rush.
shit to
We
do.
don't need to run through this light. Like, I'm not in a rush. I'll get there when I get there. I'm that type of guy. Like, it's just like, don't worry about it. We'll get
You
there.
want me to continue to just rub my dick on the couch instead?
No, as a grown man, I want you to stop doing that. I want you to stop.
I have not done that as a grown
I want you
man.
to stop rubbing your dick on furniture. Okay, please stop
I
doing
haven't
that.
done that since I was a kid.
But yeah, man. Women ask, what's bad? What's bad pussy? What's bad? And my answer is always, if it just doesn't smell fresh, if it's, because there is no, we're talking about, is it not wet enough? Some women get really wet. Some women don't get that wet. Some women, will say you don't make her wet enough. They put that on the man as well. They say, oh, you don't turn me on. It's, my answer is just get some lube and we can get right past those.
Or don't fuck me if I don't turn you on.
But sometimes women will have sex with you if you don't, because they, you might not be turning her on in that moment.
Okay.
Y'all are together, whatever. But it's
I
just
have
like,
turned her on before.
yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
But
I don't ever want to be an experiment turn on. If I turn you on, let's try it out.
I don't ever want sympathy sex.
I don't know if I ever
Like, don't give me the sex where that I'm just going through shit and I'm having like a rough week, but you're not really feeling me.
Yo,
like
women,
you mad at me
oh
about
my
some
God.
shit. Don't just give me sympathy sex.
Yo, women are really pieces of shit.
I've been trying to tell you this for however many
I kind of
years.
just realized that. Hold on, maybe should I shoot them some bail because they just think of men that we always want to fuck and everything. I've been going through things, and women that I've considered friends that maybe I have slept with before, that sex is on the table, have come to confide me in times when I was really upset, and we ended up fucking, and I didn't want to fuck.
Oh no, that's when they jump you off.
Women are pieces of shit.
Yeah, they just were trying to jump you off and get theirs off. Yeah, they use us. You didn't know that?
Oh my God.
Oh man, you gotta come on, man. Yeah.
I've even, and granted, I'm not saying I have the most integrity, the most stand-up guy, but I feel like every time I've come to a woman's aid that we have had sex and do have sex, I have not attempted nothing when she's going through something crazy.
Right.
To fuck.
You give her.
I feel like that would be the weirdest thing on earth.
You give her that moment to be like, yo, let her get her shit. She's going through something.
Yeah. Now, if she said, hey, how I get over tragedies and death is sucking dick, I'd be like, well, I mean, listen, we all grieve differently. Differently.
Grieve away. Grieve if you must.
Grieve on this.
Yeah, I'll cry with you.
Yeah. Use your tears as lubricant.
I'll cry with you. I don't care. Well, I remember one time a woman was mad at me that I didn't want to have sex with her, and she assumed that I had just finished having sex with someone else before I got to her house.
What's wrong with a double header?
No, listen. It's nothing wrong with a double header, but that wasn't the case. I just
shower in between.
I was just
Have
in a
some
bad
respect.
mood. Yeah, I was in a bad mood. I was just like, yo, I'm just not. But she didn't care. Like, she was trying to pull my pants down, and I'm like,
men can't be in bad moods when women want something.
yeah, but that has to change.
They don't care about
man.
our feelings.
Like, our mechanisms aren't the same. If we're not in the mood, there's nothing happening. There's no blood flowing down there.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's no blood flowing. Like, you're gonna pull out like popcorn shrimp if you try to like pull my pants down and I'm not in the mood.
Unless you're a teenager or like in your early 20s. Because my dick was hard when I was a teenager in really awkward situations where it shouldn't have been. And it confused me more. I was like, why is my dick hard right now?
You was mad and you was depressed.
I was sitting there like, I should have paid attention in this puberty movie in fifth grade.
Depressed stiffy is hilarious.
Like,
bro.
why am I hard right now?
Like, how are you depressed and you're turned on at your depression?
I mean, maybe that's why I am the way I am these days and how dark I am, because I could find pleasure in
if you can have sex
depressed.
through being depressed, you can have sex.
What? I had sex. I probably had the most sex in my life when I was the most depressed.
Really?
Yeah. Not like those moments where I was like really, really fucked up, but like I was overall depressed for a long time. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was fucking the most, which I think was making me more depressed.
I realized that I can't get aroused if like I have a lot of shit going on, like personally, business, family. Like I just can't. I don't even think about sex. Like if there's a lot going on, it's just like I don't understand how people could even have sex when it's like so much crazy shit going on in their life. Like how can your brain get away from all of the shit that's going on?
I think sex is kind of the way we treat, and not to say sex is a vice, but the way we treat a lot of other vices as a distraction, a way to find some comfortability and some quick way to feel good when you're upset. Mm-hmm. That's like anytime you run into like, I'm not hoe shaming, chicks that are like actually hoes, they're usually depressed. They're usually moving the way they're moving because they feel really bad about themselves. Men too, and I say hoe. I don't. That's not gender specific.
No, never.
I'm
Never.
talking about hoes.
Yeah.
The world, whatever you identify as.
Right.
The world of hoes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, probably more men than anyone. A man going from chick to chick is usually searching for something that's not pussy. And they really don't feel good about themselves. And this is their way of trying to find some type of validity and some type of confidence is me fucking a bunch of different girls because I feel like that's what I should be doing. That'll make me feel doper.
Yeah. I talk to a lot of, younger cats in my hood that I'm cool with that I try to just always check in on to make sure they focus and staying out of trouble. And it's just funny in having talks with them. Like they could be doing anything. And somehow, some way, their day is centered around sex.
Of course.
Like, and it's just like, it's funny in talking to them because it's like, damn, like I remember being like that. Like where it was like, yo, nah, I gotta go here, yo, then I'm trying to link with this shorty. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hopefully she ain't fronting, she come back to the crib. And I'm just like, I promise you your day is not gonna be terrible if that doesn't happen.
Listen.
But to the younger cats, if they don't link with a girl and they don't, you know what I'm saying, like have sex, their day is like, it was a waste of a day.
For the most part, men, when it comes to fashion, cars, haircuts, learning how to be funny, learning how to have personality. Yeah, we can eventually, as we get older, actually like those things. I think you actually like to dress well. I think you actually like nice cars. We only learned about all that shit because we had pussy on our mind and we knew pussy may work if we get those things. Pussy or learn how to dress well.
Yeah.
If I learn how to be funny, if I learn how to do all this. It was to get pussy.
Yeah.
Granted, we may ended up going, oh yeah, actually these clothes are dope and I am actually interested in putting outfits together. But it was all for pussy. When you're a kid, your whole day is focused on how can I get some pussy.
Well, it's the opposite too, though, because I know for me,
it kept me in school.
It kept you wanting to go back to class.
Yes,
but that's after a certain point because originally I think it starts. You learn how to dress because your friends in your neighborhood would snap on you if you look crazy. Like to me, that's how it started for me. I knew I had to put together certain shit because it was like if I go outside and they not feeling this outfit. My day is ruined.
Where does that derive from, though? You're the period at the end of the sentence. We got to go to the top of why that's even a thing.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it was so much about sex and girls and women. I think it was just more so like the homies on the block just shitting on you, and you have to develop tough skin. And now what's
the number one response to when someone snaps on your clothes when you was a kid? I get pussy though.
Yeah, that was. That was usually
what's the number one response?
Yeah, that was usually like after you really start having sex. Because it all got to
do with pussy.
Yeah, but that you learn that came with it. Like if you dress nice, you smell good, you carry yourself a certain way, women are attracted to that. You know what I mean? Like if you have certain type of respect.
Yeah.
Guys
I'm not talking about morals and type of shit.
I'm just saying, like after a while, you start to learn, like, oh, okay, this is what comes. These are the perks. Women like this. Women like a guy that dresses nice. Guy that looks good, a guy that smells good, a guy that has something going on. He's about something. He has some type of education. He's not dumb. He has a brain. You know what I mean? Like you start to learn these things as you get older, but it's just weird in talking to like the younger generation and how much energy they still put into having sex. It's like, fam, I'm cool with going, like I'm at the age now where Target, CVS, Whole Foods, and back in the crib to watch Cocaine Cowboys is like a great fucking night.
But that's because you was a kid and centered your life around sex at one point.
Absolutely.
That's exactly
Absolutely.
it. Unfortunately, it's the animal instinct in us to keep the population going.
Right.
And that's by theory in how long the world has been around. It's typically when people used to have kids was around that time when you're that fucking full of cum horny teenager that is your entire day is about trying to find some pussy.
Yeah.
That's still, I don't care that it's 2021. That's just been our mentality forever. So when you're a kid.
And women are just as bad.
Of course.
Like we ain't gonna sit here and just make it seem like it's the guys.
No,
women,
I can only speak because I was just a guy that was a kid.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But women are, they are very horny.
Yeah.
And they'll let you know exactly how horny
30s too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like
Doesn't ever
hit
go
them
away.
you hit them with a good morning text and they were like, shut up, let me ride your face. And I'm like,
I am a person with feelings.
yeah, like I just woke up and I haven't had breakfast. So I don't think you sitting on my face is the first thing that's happening today. But
all right.
Yeah, man.
I have a quick question and
shoot.
Hear me out throughout the entire thing.
Can I just answer with one word?
Yes, you can.
I can? All right, cool.
All right. I think I figured out, I have two parts to this. I think I figured out the only way you're allowed to come to somebody as a man.
Oh my God, this is gonna be her.
And number two, this has nothing to do with my life.
Okay,
I promise.
Okay.
I promise. This doesn't have to do with that.
You said you figured out how you can come to a man as a man?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to ask you, is there a cool way to do it?
Okay.
It's health related with STDs. Am I allowed as a man to come to you as a man because it's regarding your health? But because we're men and we have egos and we know we would never come to a man as a man, how do you go about telling another man, hey, I know you've been dealing with this girl. I've been dealing with this girl. I have an STD. Is there any cool way to say this?
I think when dealing with an STD, there is no, you have to get right to the pain.
All right, you know what? Let me not even say it's been confirmed. It's just in the atmosphere.
Okay. Yeah, I think you get right to it. You can't cool that one out. Cause that's not a cool conversation. That's just not, it's no cool way to have that conversation.
I just don't think I could ever get myself to type to a man I didn't know's DMs. In person, I could, because I'm an in-person, I always still stand by talking to people in real life. If you got an issue with somebody, you talk to them in real life. You don't do internet games, you don't do none of that shit. You just talk to them. I feel that way when it comes to conflicts across the board.
Right.
So I would feel comfortable pulling a dude aside and being like, yo, listen, I know we both been dealing with her. I think something might be wrong. As a man, for your safety, you should probably get checked out and we could leave it at that. Now, if I can't find that man, because we may not even live in the same place, how do I DM a stranger and say, ew?
Yeah, you don't have to bring up the STD in the DM.
And with a blue check mark.
Listen, man. Hey, listen.
I don't make the rules. It changes things. It sucks that it does. I'm a realist. It changes things.
I'm with you, but you can't bring up the STD in the DM. You say, yo, listen, man. You know, we have a woman friend in common.
But
you have to. It's not cool. Listen, you gotta get right to the uncomfortable, because
that's so gross to say to another man.
There's no cool way to do that.
So I'd rather leave with the STD.
But keep in mind, you're only even having this conversation because there might be something health-wise involved here.
Well, that's the only reason I would do it.
And there's nothing cool about that conversation.
I care about strangers' health too.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about that conversation. So it's like you just gotta have the awkward conversation. And that situation is gonna be awkward no matter what. There is no cool way to do it.
I could never get myself to DM.
But you have to.
Yo, I know we've been dealing with the same girl, but like I couldn't even get past that. Yeah. Or even being like, yo, hit me in my number. I'm like, who is this?
It's no cool way to have that conversation. We have a woman, but that's necessary.
Raised. Damaris.
Why do you feel you are indebted to tell me?
Because some women, and let me not say women, let me say people, because let's flip this. Let's say it's the one guy and two girls. Some people selfishly are so embarrassed by STDs that they keep it to themselves and they don't share it with everybody. So then it becomes your moral responsibility, since we're all playing this game and we're all in this box together. Someone has to be responsible in there, though. No? Doesn't someone have to be responsible in this situation?
The responsibility, if you know that this person is messing with multiple people, every party involved should be regularly going to get checked.
Okay, Peter Pan in Neverland. Let's deal with reality. Let's deal with reality. Not everyone does that. And I don't know if you guys could hear, she was saying it's everyone's responsibility to get tested often.
Which is true.
If you have multiple partners, especially, you should go around. I know, I completely agree.
Yeah,
you should get STD tested twice a week if you're sexually active, especially with multiple people. But let's talk about reality.
Yeah.
Let's live in the real fucking world.
I'm with you.
Can you hit her first, at least, and let her know that you're going to go to her boyfriend?
Well, who's
she's dealing with? Let her know.
No. Can you hear her? Okay. No. Wait, repeat exactly what you just said?
Why don't you go to the person who might have that?
She didn't come to us when she had the STD.
Yeah, no, she
Fucking
was just out
jokes
here
aside, this is my man's now. We in this together.
Yeah, me and this nigga. Actually, like, I always thought he was a great guy. I always thought he was a good guy.
We got a common enemy now.
Yeah. No, I understand what she's saying, though. Like, maybe have the conversation with the woman first. Like, yo, like, I think something may be wrong here. I'm gonna go get checked. I think you should get checked too. And, you know, So she makes some sense. Like, have the conversation with the woman first, and then let her tell another guy that she's, dealing with. So that might be the cooler way to do it. Actually, that might be the cooler way. Let the woman, let her do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because jokes aside, and I want to be responsible. This had nothing to do with me. This was just a topic I wanted to bring because I thought it could.
No, but it's a good topic.
Even though because
it happens.
I have also said a lot of times I joke when you wear condoms and all that type of shit. I practice safe sex.
Yeah,
if I'm having
you should.
Unprotected sex with somebody, 1, I trust them. 2, I'm gonna get tested regularly.
Yeah, and
if something has to come up, I'm gonna let everyone or just that person know, hey, your health is compromised.
Because now we have the COVID exposure on the iPhones now. If you've been exposed, or they'll let you know, like, yo, you may have been exposed to COVID. Like, so maybe we should like create an app or some type of system where, hey, you may be exposed to an STD. Like I was just with her last night, and
sir, I saw that you were at the Bowery last night, and that club is a cesspool for STDs.
It's shit flying all around the walls in there.
Did you share a drink?
Absolutely. I think we should do that. We should let people know when they may have been exposed to an STD. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the thing with STDs, I know we've made so many jokes about it.
They're never going anywhere.
Of course not. And I don't think people should be shamed or feel like bad about them. I think that's kind of like the taboo shit about it, of why people won't tell partners or multiple partners because they feel like it makes them dirty or some nasty shit. Dog, STDs is everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
For sure.
Tuck that little pride in and tell all your partners if you have an STD.
And wear
or
protection.
If you're fucking multiple people raw.
Yeah, wear protection, man. I always say that is gonna help with 90%
Maris
of the problems. That's gonna help. Just strap up.
This is a safe environment. We will not be HR'd or Me Too'd.
It's a very safe environment. Wear a fucking condom. It's that simple, right?
What? I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I have to ask you. When do you make the decision to take the condom off? How far into a relationship do you have to be in?
It has to. You have.
How many conversations?
I have. How many dinners?
Yes.
If you take me to 4 dinners, you unlock the raw dick. Like, you unlocking raw cock. Like, if a woman takes me to 4 dinners,
you're so easy.
This thing is coming off. But I think
she can have all of you.
Yeah, she can have me in the most vulnerable ways. No, but I think that if it's somebody that is like, it's just you and that person, and it's like we've been spending time with each other, and it's just us, and we've been rocking for a while, and even sometimes you may have that conversation of, let's go get tested together. Let's like let's do that. I know that's not a thing that most people are down with or that have done, but I think that's cool. If you really feeling somebody and you like, yo, listen, I want to take this condom off. I don't want to wear protection. Let's go get tested together.
I advise against that. Let's go get tested
together.
Tested separately at the same day, but let's get tested separately.
Why?
Because my ego is sort of fragile. And I've been tested for STDs multiple times. And I know the questions that the doctors ask. I don't want to hear you answer them fucking questions.
No, you don't go at the same time. You're not in a room together. I'm just saying, y'all go the same day. Like, y'all go to your doctor or to a clinic. By the way. Yeah, y'all go to a clinic or whatever, and you're just like, you get tested. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, because now everything comes back clean. Y'all can go straight wherever y'all going and just go crazy.
Agreed. That's why let's go to completely separate clinics, like maybe within the tri-state area. I'll meet you at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
As soon as that test comes in, I am not sitting in that waiting room with you. I don't want the doctor to give me a glance after she walk out. Like, oh.
Yeah, like, I hope you're okay. Yeah. She's not. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that. But, again.
Multiple partners only came with you.
Yeah. Why are you the only one here? Nah, but you gotta have those awkward conversations, man. I think, again, we need to make those awkward conversations cool. Like, let's go get tested together. If we don't want to wear a condom, like, you can't just be out. And again, it's not, I've said this before. You don't wear a condom because you think a woman has something. Because if I think a woman has something, I'm not having sex with her, condom or not. Like, I'm just not having sex with her. You wear a condom to protect against getting pregnant And STDs because again,
some people are not aware they have STDs.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you don't
like
knowingly,
everyone that's ever had an STD probably wasn't aware until they had the STD.
Right, exactly. But you don't knowingly have sex with somebody knowing that they have an STD and just put a condom on. That's crazy.
I would think you're one of the more psycho people.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Let me get past
like,
this.
We got strap it up. Don't worry about it.
I'll double up on the condom.
No. You don't do that. But again, make those conversations cool. Have those conversations with each other. Like, yo, let's go get tested together. Like, I'm really feeling you. I don't want to wear protection. You know what I mean? Like, let's get tested together.
Well, it blurs the line because we were raised in a proper way to, one, not focus on a woman's past or particularly ask about it when it's not your business.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes those lines get blurred when you have to do the let's go get tested thing together.
Mm-hmm.
Or when was your last sexual partner? Or are you having sex with people currently?
Mm-hmm.
That's where our ego and our pride gets involved and how we was raised and how we feel like we should respect women's privacy and their past and things that have nothing to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the blurred line and everything.
But that's why I'm such a heavy advocate of condoms, because you can have those conversations with somebody. Yo, are you currently sleeping with anyone? Whatever. And they can be lying. And
of course.
It's just like, yo, let me just keep
people are
this,
liars.
Yeah, let me keep this condom on. And it's like, because you have, it just gives you a peace of mind. Like when you have sex, protected sex, it's like, this person could be lying to me, but I wore a condom. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, so that piece, because I've had unprotected sex and literally you be in the shower staring at your shit like, yo, I hope she ain't lying, man.
But also,
like you be staring at your shit in the water like, yo, man, I hope you all right, man. I hope you ain't sick.
No, listen, I use that Dr. Barnes peppermint soap to this day just because I think just that smell, feel like it'll clean better. Like I feel like that'll get rid of any bacteria on my dick.
Did you hear her?
Yes, I did.
That strips the STD right
She's
away.
right.
No, it does not.
The peppermint Dr. Barnes soap gets STDs
it's
away.
soap, bro. It's not stripping no fucking
No,
STD
but if you rub
away.
really hard.
Fam, you can rub. If you rub really,
Don't act like you've not been in some pussy and took a crazy shower thinking it's the same way like when the elevator's taking forever and you keep hitting the button knowing that it's not going to do anything,
yeah.
but it makes you feel better with your anxiety.
Oh yeah, no. If I have unprotected sex, the first thing I do right after is take a piss.
Well, you should do that. Everyone, even when you have a condom on, because condoms.
Yeah, I take a piss and I take
latex.
a shower or I wash up like thoroughly. Like I'm one of them. I'm OCD, so it's definitely
that condom peace of mind thing though. Back to the yellow light thing. I don't go 100 through the yellow light because I'm like, oh, peace of mind. I have airbags.
Mm-hmm.
I did it because I want to, and I got somewhere to go.
But you shouldn't apply those rules to your
that
fucking,
felt poetic to me.
Yeah, but you shouldn't apply those rules to your genitals though. Like those same rules don't apply.
Oh yeah. What about my life? I'm in a car going 100, going through a red, yellow and red light. With other cars coming through.
Yeah, but if I'm dead,
AKA her other partners.
If I'm dead, I'm dead. But
and they're at the red light now, and it's my time to rush through.
Yeah, but
I gotta get through before the light change and they get a green.
Yeah, but if I'm dead, I'm dead. But if I'm burning, it's like I can feel this. You know what I mean? It's just like,
what if you burn alive in the car? I've burnt before.
Yo, so
it's
who
really
album
bad.
came out? Who album came out? Who is it? Belly. Shouts to Belly.
I've seen flakes in the toilet.
Drake came out. Maybe Kanye. Maybe Kendrick. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, man. I got some more stuff, but we should save it for next week.
Yeah, man. We got time. What
This
you
is a
doing?
good way to cap.
What you doing this weekend? Any plans?
I'm staying away from pussy, condoms,
all weekend.
Everything.
That's a trash ass weekend, man.
Yellow lights.
That's a trash ass weekend. What I got going on this weekend? Nothing really. Probably just chill. Hopefully this heat wave is over with because it's hot as fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I had something to do this weekend, but I can't remember.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'll find out. That's usually how it goes. It'll be Friday night. Like, oh fuck, I totally said I was gonna go do this.
Yeah.
And
well, hopefully we got some great music that came out today.
All right, if a Drake album comes out,
I'm not going anywhere all weekend.
Well, no way I'm staying away from Vagina.
Yeah.
That album comes out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a pause, but
it's not. Don't worry about it.
Listen, the same way it's sensitive times with the LGBTQ community, the pause community is at an all-time high too. So I don't know where to pause.
That's what I said. Everything's offensive now. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out as we go.
Get us a Drake interview, man. Elliot was going on his page talking about, see, I don't always get the Drake interview. I think it's our time.
Yeah, but I don't want to interview Drake. I want us to go somewhere and have like just a wild ass conversation with Drake.
Yeah,
like let's just kick it.
No, I don't want to ask him who his inspirations are.
Yeah, like, I don't even want to talk about a current album or anything like that. Like I want to just let's go to Toronto and just fucking like see who has the best like
STDs.
No. Listen, man, I'm not mad at that show either. I would watch. You know what I mean? But
the city that's worth getting the STD at. Like we could do a list
of which city has
like
the best STDs.
Yeah, worth getting the chlamyds.
Well, Toronto's up there.
That's true.
Some beautiful women in Toronto.
Listen, man, I got burnt in Newark, New Jersey. Like, look,
but if it's anywhere you're gonna get burnt,
of course, no, I should have known that.
You can get burnt, killed, shot,
I should have
stabbed, carjacked,
and
everything.
On top of that, it was on the East Orange and Newark like line. It was just I was really playing with fire.
Yeah,
no pun intended. Like I wish I would have got like burnt like in Dallas.
Like if I'm gonna. Like if you're gonna burn me, like let's at least be in like Turks
somewhere.
Yeah, like let's don't burn me in Newark. Like burn me in Turks.
Listen, I'll get burnt in DC. Like that's how low my bar is. Just don't do it in Newark. Oh no, I know DC is
that
crazy.
That burn is a little different in DC.
Just at least let me have a fun weekend.
Yeah, I don't want to get burnt like in a random ass like bullshit ass city. Let me get burnt in like a tropical, like a beautiful. Like let it be like
make me think it was a sunburn.
Yeah. Like don't burn
for
me.
A few days.
Yeah, I don't want to be burnt around like skyscrapers and shit like that. Like burn me around like palm trees and fucking water. That's the type of burn.
Don't make me go to the hospital and me tell the doctor at Jersey City Medical what was going on and him know the answer without taking a test.
Like where were you? Yeah.
All right, no, you did what? What's happening with your dick?
Yeah. I know what you got.
And I swear to God, he said. We see this a lot in the inner cities. Wow. I swear on my mom. I shouldn't swear on my mom with STDs.
That's bad.
Yeah, no, it's burned. We see this a lot in the inner city.
That's why we have to use our platform responsibly and say, wrap it up. Wear a fucking condom. Wash your ass.
Or pretend to trust the person.
No, wear a fucking condom.
Because you can never really trust people.
Like Drake's dad in that interlude, and wear a fucking condom.
Which I missed that interlude.
You didn't hear that?
No.
Oh my God, that was classic. That phone call he had with Drake?
I missed that one.
Oh my God.
Is that on Certified Lover Boy? I didn't hear it.
It was in Heat of the Moment. The song Heat of the Moment.
Oh, I do remember Heat of the Moment.
Yeah, he was like, and wear a fucking condom with Drake. But it was real. It was real what he was saying. Like, yo, these girls are fast, nigga. Like, don't trust these women. Like, it's
and
if you're Drake's dad, that's the conversation you have with Drake.
Yo,
like,
and rest in peace to Donda. I forgot what Kanye. It was the old Kanye interview. Was it Def Poetry or something? When he was saying he was talking to his mom and was like, yo, whatever. Like he hyped it all up like it was about to be like this crazy philosophical fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you ever do, wear a condom.
That's
because
always,
these bitches is trying to steal our money.
Yeah,
his mom.
That's always That's always where you're gonna land on with your parents giving you advice out here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can do whatever you want. You could spend your money stupidly, whatever. Parents know you're gonna go through that if you're successful and you're rich. Like their kids, they know that. Yeah. But the one thing they want their kids to do, use a fucking condom, man.
For sure.
That's it. You don't want unnecessary shit in your life and being attached to somebody forever, all because of a night of lust. Like you don't want that.
Those nights be good though.
No, great nights. But when you wake up and then, 3 weeks later, yeah, it's like, oh man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, wear a fucking condom. If not, you and Shorty go to the clinic, get tested together, and then have a wild night.
Yeah. And yeah, we can wrap on that after school special right there. Things we get back to next week. OnlyFans back. I mean, come on. That was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, we knew that was.
I would love to talk. Can somebody from OnlyFans reach out again, by the way? Because they definitely reached out to us via my email.
OnlyFans?
Before, yeah. About doing content. Not sexual stuff, but.
Oh, man. I was about to say, then now we really about to get into our bag.
I think I have nice feet, but.
You about to post your feet on OnlyFans?
For the right price. Listen, I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm going to sell my feet, though.
Yes. No, the soles of your feet you'll sell. I get it.
The soles of my feet.
I get it. I get it. I see where you're going with it.
So we'll get into that OnlyFans shit. I do want to talk about with you next episode, just what that whole conference Zoom call was like when they realized they fucked up about OnlyFans saying no more sexual content.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I want to get into Lil Nas X Taco Bell shit. Robots are doing parkour now. I'm gonna keep all this list for next week.
Okay.
Robots are doing parkour now. Robots are doing parkour now.
I'm not scared of no fucking robot. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm still not.
Can you do parkour?
No,
All right.
I can't.
Be
But I
scared.
can take a fucking Ford truck and run that shit over.
Oh, let him. You think he gonna let you get to the truck?
Oh yeah. Look at that shit. Look at that trot. I know that trot. Get the fuck out of here with that trot.
All right. Look, he doing the crate challenge right there. Easy.
Listen, that trot right there. Good luck catching me, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. Still not fast.
Elon Musk making the Tesla bot. Wait for it.
Still not
For
fast enough.
tasks around the house. Yeah. All right.
I mean, it is interesting to see a robot being able to do these things.
Why do you
but
think Jeff Bezos and fucking Elon Musk keep trying to go to the moon? Because they know what's happening.
they know what they're building?
Yeah.
Like it got out of control?
That's their exit strategy.
Fuck these robots.
Think he made a flamethrower for fun? No, he knew what time it was.
Fuck
They have
robots.
oil in them and we need fire.
I'm not scared of robots. I'm scared of that dude on the highway exit at 3 a.m. that just stands by the window and won't like leave you alone. That's the guy I'm scared of.
Okay, wait till that guy's also a robot. Wait till he's that
That's
guy
the
and
guy
a
I'm
robot.
scared of. Fuck those Boston Dynamics. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Shit.
Yo. And like, let's give it
5 years?
I give it I give it like 20 years. And of course the internet, we can keep all this. Let's just get that whole clip right there.
Oh yeah, well in 20 years, yeah,
That'll be right.
these knees are gonna
that'll
really
right
be
on,
shot. I'll be
right on the
changing my
news.
tune.
Yo, fuck Boston
Yeah,
Dynamics.
my knees are shot now. Like in 20 years, I ain't gonna be able to get away from these robots. So yeah, in 20 years, fuck it. They can fucking tackle me whenever they want.
Listen, man. That's exactly what the Native Americans said. Who are these Englishmen?
Oh my God, we just lost every sponsor. Yo, listen, man. That's the Ginger Beard, man. I'm all, man. We'll talk to y'all next week, man. Be safe. Peace.
No worry and